Again, we just want to talk a little bit more about the resume. Again, my name is Delroy Young. I'm with NEHA101.com, and we are organizers of the B5 community, which we had talked about in other videos. A community that's gonna be creating a lot of jobs in your community. In each community, you're gonna be bringing people together, combining skills, creating project, funding a lot of things, funding ideas that are good or that we see as productive and based on our membership vote and on what we think as the organizer. So pretty much we in the future we are gonna be a very, very powerful employment source of employment, because what we're focused on right now is we're focused on creating jobs back within our country, within where we live, within other places than where we have it now. We have most of the things happening in China, and all the products that we make, all the projects that we use, I'm sorry, came from there. With Walmart all stocked up with made in China product. We want to change all that, and we're creating a system where we're gonna have our citizenship doing the production, our membership making things, making product, and then we're gonna be having an online marketing system where we're gonna be selling the product and shipping the products abroad. So there will be a lot of manufacture, a lot of factories, a lot of industries that we're going to be building, a lot of projects that we're going to be working on. So the NEHA101.com, the B5 community, is going to be one of your main source of employment in the future. So with that being said, I'm just going to tell you what our community will be looking for when you do a resume, and not just what our community is looking for, but I want to get you real quick into the minds of employers and how they think. Like I said in the first part, in the first section of this video, you have to know the company, what it's all about, what is the mission of the company before you even apply, before you even start a resume, because that's where the interest is. And if you cannot fulfill what the company wants, where their heart is, you cannot fulfill their requests. It's hard for you to get a job like that. So basically, one of the things, the way you need to think right now in the days, you need to realize what's going on in the world. It's gonna be a lot of people coming out of school and not being able to find a job. You have that right now. This is a situation where your generation is gonna have to fix that. It's gonna be about leadership, because you cannot look for leadership just from within our generation. My generation, I'm in the 40s. You cannot look for leadership just from my generation. You have to create leadership in your generation too. You have to have leaders in there, because if your generation don't have any leaders, you will not be able to control the generation above it. When you're in school, we need to get out of the habit where you're 2 years, you're 2 years in college and you're still undecided. If you're 2 years in college and you're indecisive about what is it that you want to do, you probably shouldn't be there. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because your purpose when you go to school, when you go to college, you need to have something. You need to know why you're there. Why are you studying? Why are you there? What are you trying to pursue? You need to have a goal, and that needs to be established first, so that when while you're in school, you're doing what you have to do to get your goal to function, to get advanced in where it needs to go. When look at a person like Bill Gates. When he went to school, when he started going to school, when he dropped out of school, he knew what he was doing. And even though we're not encouraging the idea of dropping out of school, because you really shouldn't do that, except you know what you're doing. When he dropped out of school, he already knew what he was doing. He went to school, he went to Harvard with an intent. He knew what he had to learn, and he was focused on that, putting extra time and learning computer science, knew enough about programming. He was so far ahead than everybody else, knew enough about programming that he could say to himself, you know what, I can create a program. I believe I'm at the place right now where I can write a software. But before I do that, let me get a market. Let me call somebody and see if I can get a market for this product before I start making it. So when he called the software company and tell him that he have a software that he want to create, they say, okay, we're not ready now, but call us back within a month. And that was when he quit school and start working on what he got to work at. And for a person, me as a computer programmer myself, and because I'm very quick at programming, I can write a lot of codes in a short space of time. But for him to do what he did in a month period, I take my hat off. I take my hat off to him. But that just goes to show, when you're poised with a mission and you know what you want, when you're organized, when you're prepared, that's gonna mark the way, because the school is not gonna help you to decide who you are. You know, the school is just a help to support your goal, what it is, to sort of empower you a little bit more. But you, the person, the individual, you have to have a decision. You have to have a focus on where you're going, what you want. Because what we need right now within the business community, what we need leaders. We don't just need people who are going to come out and get jobs working for other people, but we need people that are going to be creating industries, ideas. We need entrepreneurs, people who are going to put these ideas together, come up with an idea and tell us what you're all about, and then put it forward to the B5 community, put it forward to us, and we can say, okay, let me see what this project is saying. Let us take a look at this, and you know what, let us put it to the community, to our whole community, because they're going to be the first market, the first people that's going to buy your product, or that's going to support whatever it is you do. So they need to know what is in this container. Do I like it? Do I like some part of it, or do I like all of it? Or is it, you know, you might need to change some things and bring it back to the table. But all in all, at the end of the day, you need to be doing something. Think about what you want and how you're going to achieve this, and what you can do to change the world that's around you. Not just about a job perspective, being hired by somebody else, but how you can position, how you can do something to hire somebody for you to be the employer, because that's more powerful than working for somebody else. So that's the kind of mentality that you have to have when you walk into a job. With this kind of mentality, you walk in with a sense of responsibility, because whatever it is that you are given to do, you're going to be able to control your end to put together, to learn what you can learn until it's your time to go out on your own and to establish what you need to establish if this job is not going to be sufficient for you in the future. So think about those things, and when you think about it, you know, think widely. Don't just think about getting a job, but think about the person that's gonna create the job. Because when you put yourself in that mentality, you will understand what you're doing when you get a job, and know how your employer feel, know why they think the way they do, and you will be a much better employee when you have the mind of an employer. Thank you so much again. My name is Delroy Young, and I'm gonna invite you again to join the NEHA101.com. That's NEHA101.com. Create your personal website and upload your resume. Let us see your resume. Let the world see your resume. Put your resume, put your junction, your website address on your resume when you do them. Let your employer see your website. Show us where you're going. This is 2014. The rules are changing. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this video has been of some inspiration to you. Thanks, and have a great day. Break a leg, you're gonna be successful. You will be all right.